Okay, so damage report from the last race at Brands. Initially, I was quite panicky. Steering had gone right the way over, wobbling like mad. I obviously came off immediately. So it's damaged. Take a fair gouge out of my nice pretty wheels. Got a bit of orange paint on there. Fair gouge out of there. But what had actually happened was it had clipped my valve, somehow bent that, and it dumped its air. So actually the damage wasn't as bad as I'd anticipated. I'm glad I came off, did the right thing. I'd have only torn the tyre to pieces, but so yeah, hopefully we're going to get these refurbed by a guy in town. I'm going to get him to look at this first, make sure that it's a goer. I'm hoping it won't be too hideous. Yeah, go in town, get him to just check this first, make sure it's mendable. If it's mendable, just strip all the paint off all of them, get them all painted and done up good. So yeah, let's get that done. This S-Max, I've had this like 5 years now, and it's the 2.5 Volvo engine in it. I've had it 5 years. I think I've done 2 rear springs. It's fucking brilliant. I use it and abuse it. I'm very reluctant to get rid of it actually for a family wagon. Mrs. wants a Jag, but oh, what a car. Lovely. Really happy with those. Much nice. The other things I'm working on is the breather system. Originally, the breather comes, through there, and it's got some nice sort of stainless wire behind there, just all meshed up. So it sort of splits out the oil from the fumes essentially, and just sort of runs back into the engine nicely. Now, my inlet manifold comes here. So we knew we had to block these off. So I originally, I've bored holes in the front of the cam covers, and I had a bulkhead fitting in the front. We just had two sealing washers essentially, and then I had a nut and I wire locked that nut on the inside here. Now, I've got like a 2 litre pot, which has got wool, like wire wool stuff in it, to sort of baffle it and split the oil from the fume. But it wasn't working efficiently. This is spitting oil from, because obviously the valve trains here, the gears, they're spinning around here and it's throwing oil around. It was a consideration, but I was hoping I'd get away with it, to be honest. But I'm not. It's throwing oil into my collection pot really quickly. So we're just making some, I'm just making some cardboard bits and pieces. I'm gonna hopefully make like a stainless box with holes drilled in the bottom full of wire, and I bought like a stainless Orb 10 fitting, which I'm going to weld. Well, I say I'm going to weld. I'm going to get Uncle Spike to weld that there, or Jammers, whoever happens to be in setting my sights on furthest, quickest. So we're going to get that welded in there, so that then I can just bolt this from the outside, nice and tight, lots of thread lock, and then that should seal that completely. And we should have then, the gears are going to be spinning here, and hopefully it'll just behave like a proper breather. So fortunately I've got some bits and pieces hanging around, some old bits of engine, so I've managed to bolt the cover on just to make sure that's flat. It's not, so I'm gonna have to put a little fold up there so that it avoids this when I put it in. Went and pinched some old stainless. Uncle Spike had that hanging around, so I'm gonna hopefully bastardize that and use all the stainless from that. It's like 1mm thick stainless, so it should be perfect for this sort of job. I should get like a nice tight bolt in through there. So yeah, hopefully I'll just click my fingers like that on YouTube as we do, and it'll just all be nice and done. Oh, beautiful, mate. Beautiful.
I've YouTubed it.
I've YouTubed it. Nice. so I'm genuinely much happier with that. That will hopefully resolve my breather problems. So I've obviously I've bonded this metal piece to the inside of the cam cover, thread locked that in there into that threaded part. So hopefully, yeah, I'm excited to get these back on. So wheels back on. Really happy with those. Thanks ever so much, mate. You're an absolute legend for sorting those out. Breather system is now in. I've modified this. The filter was on the side, so Uncle Spike welded me on a boss in there, put the filter on the top. I've baffled that. I've also got the baffles in here. We're going to go off to Combe. Excuse the mess. I'm fighting to get this ready. So we're going to go off to Combe. Now my next bits and pieces I want to do is I hate this carbon fibre. I thought it would grow on me. It hasn't. I genuinely hate it. So I'm going to get this painted white. I know everyone's well, it's a trigger point. I know Uncle Spike is going to be grumpy with me, so I'm going to paint it all white. I thought I'd end up liking it, but I just don't. It just reminds me of an unfinished car or something from bloody Halfords or something, because I don't know, it just doesn't suit the car. It's just not for me. So we're going to paint all that white again and get the graphics back on there. I just really liked it. It was a pretty car, and all I've done really with the carbon is you know, ultimately it's lighter, which is what I wanted, but I just can't stand the way it looks anymore. So I need to feel the love for it. I want to get it back white, so that's going to do that. Well, we're going to do that. And the other thing is this air filter. JK Jam is making me a nice filter, so that'll be before Snetterton. But before that, like I say, tomorrow we're going to go off and test at Castle Combe. So let's put the bonnet on, load it in the car, load it in the trailer, and then we're going to go off and see how she behaves. I've got to get used to it. It's so different now. So let's go and do that. Hope it doesn't blow up this time. So we have arrived. I think we've got to a it's mainly Citroens and Civics. So no doubt I'll be getting my ass handed to me on all the bends, but hopefully it should hold her own on the straight. Either way, we can come here and try and get everything, a bit of faith in the car, a bit of trust. Yeah, see how it goes.
That looks like him.
There we go. So we have ended only 35 minutes early. I've managed to clip something on the track and knock the exhaust. Has bent the centre box, so it's a bit noisy. But other than that, yeah, it's made a fair dent in it. But and like I say, it's pulled a bit of it away. It's just making a bit of noise. So we've come in, called it a day. Tom from Swallows came down, sat in with me and did me tyre pressures, and he's made some changes, and the car immediately feels previously I was going in the bends and it's the back end of the car is squirrely as hell all over the place, but I'd noticed it but just kind of like rolled with it really. I don't know, but Tom's adjusted it and it feels far more stable going to the bends now, like far more stable. So thanks to him, I now have a car that feels like I'm confident in it. The trouble is now my braking points, I'm braking far earlier than I previously was, and now I can brake much later. It doesn't feel so squirrely, so I'm braking in the same places and going, oh, I can still keep going here. So we've shaved a few seconds off of where we started this morning. I kind of wanted to be quicker, but that's kind of the way that it goes. But yeah, like it's a good day really. Everyone's been we're back on eating sweets and tablets mode, ready for the drive home. We've been running around away from wasps all day. But yeah, good day actually. Like there's a decent bunch of people here, decent crowd. They're all sort of good high standard of driving. Everyone sort of moves when they see you coming, and you make sure you move when you see them coming, and yeah, it all seems very good.
don't think there's any accidents, no red flags that I saw. It was like a slip and grip day. So this is the second one we've done with them. The first one we did 4 laps and then grenaded the motor, naturally. So yeah, I'll definitely come back and do these again. I've not waited at all day to go out, other than, you know, a couple of free cars. So yeah, really good, really well organised. And like I say, everyone here seems decent. There are a few people come over and have a good old chin wag. So yeah, looking forward to coming back again, I suppose. We'll go and mend the exhaust. There's a couple of little bits, like I say, I want to do. Till next time, yeah, we're going to go and get, well, no, not next time, till we go, well, we're going to take it up to Jeremy's now. So let's get up to Jeremy's again to resolve this paintwork thing. Right, so testing complete at Combe. Discovered that I'm actually slower around Combe, or initially I was slower around Combe with more horsepower and better brakes than I was last year. Had some fairly interesting behaviour. I'm in the wrong part of the track, like the power is pushing me over into the wrong place, and I'm not used to it. Yeah, so significantly slower. So we've made more power, put bigger brakes on, and we're a bit slower, which is great news. I think my fix for it is probably a bit more power, so we'll have a look into that in the future. Obviously I need some seat time in the damn thing. So just had the boys at Graphics Factory do the front stickers again from back when it was white, because I don't like the carbon. I want to paint it white, but my brother and everyone else pretty much say no, the carbon's cool. So obviously now I've got the wheels are gold again, like it was last year when we had Tom's on, the OEM Jaguar wheels. I already prefer it again. Now we put the stickers back on. I don't dislike it. I used to, you know, I did completely dislike it, but I think I'm going to roll with it just for a minute, just for the rest of this year, the rest of this season, because it's a bit unknown what we're going to do next season. Being honest, it looks like our championship is going to move, so I'm sort of on the fence as to what to do at this point. So, well, that's a story for another day. But yeah, so we're off to Snetterton now. Last year at Snetterton we did alright, because everyone else didn't turn up, broke down, or fell off. So I'm not expecting to do well, but I am expecting to be able to just hope that the car goes round and behaves itself, and it's just a bit more seat time for me, essentially, in a race environment. So yeah, learn the car, get round Snetterton, and hope that we can just finish the race with no disasters occurring. So yeah, baby steps, Stephen, baby steps. So yeah, we're just going to essentially load the thing back up in the trailer now, and then we're going to head off to Snetterton. So yeah, it's this is like you know, essentially we're off to Snetterton tomorrow, but it just takes such a long time to get everything. The missus is up there prepping the van, so the old trailer's ready. She's up there hoovering the van, bless her, because someone, might have been me, left the sunroof open in it, and as it's coming into autumn, we've got a lot of leaves in the van, and I was a little bit in trouble, but she seems to be forgetting about it a bit now. I'll buy her a coffee on the way up tomorrow, and she'll be happy. But yeah, I think we're going to leave early in the morning. Initial plan was to leave today, but the way things are going, we're just going to head up first thing in the morning. So yeah, hopefully in the next clip we'll be at Snetterton. So safe journey. Arrived at Snetterton. Lots of people going around practicing at the moment. Lots of stuff going on. We've not got any practice sessions booked because I'm a cheapo. So we're just going to have a couple of drinks. Mrs. has got the kettle on. Have a cup of coffee, maybe some pancakes or something, and then Uncle Colin's going to cook us up a breakfast, I reckon. So yeah, arrived in good order. M25, believe it or not, I didn't stop on it once, so Christ knows what happened, but yeah, living a dream. Sunday morning, weather's lovely again. The coffee machine is on with my Facebook Marketplace generator. Happy days. Mrs. bent over doing something or other. Standard. It's got the main man on the job, look.
No excuses, Stephen.
We dropped it down or up to 50?
Yeah, 50 front.
50 at the front. Yeah, Sunday morning, race 2 last night. Tom pulled my rear brake pads out. We resolved that small issue. We've also found that my alternator belt has started shredding, so that's a bit annoying. So we lost like a couple of rows off the front of the alternator belt. Happily the supercharger belt's still there, the important one, but of course because everything's run, all the water pumps, everything's all run by the electricity. I've got to keep my eye on that, so I've got no spare, which is stupid, but to be fair, when I was messing around putting it on, I'd used this idler arrangement, so I wasn't sure it was going to work, so my plan was to ensure it works and then get a couple of spare belts for the trailer, but obviously that's not happened, and in fairness, something's obviously afoot for it to have taken a couple of the front ribs off, so it'd be interesting, but ultimately, we're going to go out and do some more racing until something occurs. I've got this vibration I was talking about yesterday. I really don't know what it is. We've been under it last night, checked the prop shaft, that's what it felt like. Checked all the valves, everything's sensible and reasonable, so I don't know what it is. We have pulled lots and lots of rubber from inside the wheel rims, so maybe it was just that, but we'll see. So I'm probably going to try and short shift it, try and keep that belt in sensible order. But yeah, weather's looking great. Weather at home is apparently stormy, so that's a good thing. Other than that, nothing really to report. Living a dream. Right, so we're under the car. Me and the mad professor, Uncle Spike, have got the old thing back up on the ramp because we've got this horrendous vibration that we picked up in Snetterton. Now, Jammers, JK, he has fixed this centre box for us because the whole rear end, I'll put a photo up of it in a second, was just fucked. It destroyed it. It's very low. So when we redo the exhaust, Jammers, when we do it properly, we're gonna probably go. Well, Jammers is on about putting like some boxes here or something, or coming up, like cutting into the car and coming up here along the side, and then having a big box somewhere at the back because we can potentially lose this. But we'll talk about that next year when it comes to it, or over the winter or whatever. But either way, he's done me a massive fucking solid and sorted that out. Look at those welds. Look at those welds. He's a good boy, isn't he? We don't tell him, but he's a good boy. So yeah, we're really happy. We've got the exhaust back on, and I'll be brutally honest, the exhaust was that knackered, I kind of wondered whether that was the vibration coming up through the floor, or I was kind of hoping. Sadly not. Put it on the dyno, just to run it up to speed and put it under a bit of load, and Jesus, like my vision's going all to hell, I guess, where probably the car isn't absorbing any in the suspension properly on the dyno, because the dyno is just a true roller, and it is just horrendous. So we are going to change the rear prop bearing, the bush in here. Naturally, Jag don't sell them anymore. So the boys at Auto Reserve, Andrew and Mark, they've sent us down a couple of second-hand prop shafts. So thanks, guys, absolute legends. So we are going to effect we'll call it fudge. We're going to put another second-hand piece on the back with the original bearing on, and bush. We will replace the front donut, guibo, whatever you want to call it as well, because it feels prop shaft related, being honest. Once we've done that, we're just going to put some black PU in the rubber housing, and if that changes it, then we know that it's that, and then we can effect a proper an engineering repair where we'll probably make an aluminium casting or an aluminium piece that goes around there and eliminate the rubber bush in its entirety and just clamp around the bearing. But until we 100% know that it's that, I don't want to get too carried away in engineering something right now, because that should be up to the job. I mean, we're putting out a lot more horsepower than the stock one, and our prop shaft is rotating far quicker because we've got this low ratio diff in the rear. So this is rotating much quicker. We've got far more power, and I don't think the manual box is helping through. You know, the auto box would just be applying a nice gentle pressure out to the back here and absorb it to an extent, all of the aggression, and I'm being mightily aggressive with the thing. So we're hoping that this is going to resolve this. We've found out that the I've overfilled the diff very slightly. Well, Tom did, but I'm going to say it was me. Overfilled the diff very slightly. He says that's the way that they do it normally, and we've just topped a little bit of oil out of that breather, so we're going to clean that up. Other than that, nut and bolt check, and then pop it up off to Donington, see how it behaves. What do you think, Uncle Spike?
I ain't driving it.
Okay, so we're back in the trailer now. What have we done? We have replaced the rear half of the prop shaft with the one from Auto Reserve. Cheers, guys. We have put some PU in the inside of that. There's a bearing that's supported by rubber. Now, where our differential input shaft, all right, mate? Our differential input shaft is not central like it is on the XK, because we've got like a different diff in it off of the 40. It's actually offset by, you know, some near like 45 millimeters. And I think couple that, like normally the prop shaft just comes straight and true and doesn't kink. So I think what we've done is introduced potentially this bush. Like I say, the bearing is set in this rubber, and it's actually got like an air gap as well around it. It's really thin rubber at the front, and I think where we've got this kink in the prop shaft, where we're putting far more power, the prop shaft is obviously spinning far quicker in my car, generally due to having a low ratio diff. So I think all of those things have just made this center bearing almost become eccentric. So I'm hoping now it will stay concentric and it won't start vibrating around and shaking the car to pieces. So Donington is next weekend, and I have managed to find a cheeky little track day tomorrow, on the Monday, and it's one of the rare occasions where somebody's cancelled on us on Monday. I've got loads to do, being brutally honest. However, I really want to test this and make sure it's going to work. So we're going to accept that cancellation with a smile on our face, and we're going to bugger off up to Donington for the day, try and prove the fact that the car is now working. And also, you know, we're racing at Donington, and I have done a wet race at Donington, wasn't very good, not familiar with the track at all, so it'd just be nice to get up there and turn some wheels up there as well. Happily for me, Tom from Swallows, he is organised to have a day as well with us up there, so hopefully we can sit down and go through some of the AIM data after I've gone round and made some blistering lap times. I'm filthy, and then he's going to point me in the right direction and say stuff like "stop braking there, you pussy," all of that sort of stuff. So hopefully he can sort of bring my lap times down. He played around my brakes and gave me some advice at Combe, and we managed to shave some decent time off our laps. So I'm quite excited, but it's a long day, and I've got a busy as hell day Tuesday. So yeah, let's set off, see what happens. Okay, arrived at Donington, a little bit late, naturally. All sorts of stuff going on the track, a shitload of radicals and a load of Westfield Caterham style cars, so they're going to be all over me everywhere, no doubt, but still, get out there and learn it. Yeah, someone managed to dump a load of oil on the GP bit of it already, so they shut down, red flagged it for a half hour or more, so it's about to kit up and get out there and see what goes down, I guess. So we've got the chairs out. We've been out and had one. Say hello, Tom. Hello. Oh, the flat out, yeah, it's been a busy track day. It's
It's 2 minutes past 12 and he's managed 7 laps, 6 laps maybe. Keeps getting bloody red flag.
Red flag.
Yeah, I've never been on a track they like it. They keep those cars falling off, thrown all around left, right and centre. And for the first time ever, it's not a Jaguar.
The Jags are just on reliability.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at her sat there all reliably. Yeah, I'm not going to put this video up if it breaks down.
Just jinxed it.
There we go. Thanks, Tom. That's Donington done.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely day. Off the cheeky little Mark 1 XR2. Very tasty. So we've just finished up. Done a few sessions. Got black flag, session 1. Too noisy. Had to short shift like mad along the main straight for the rest of the day. But we've shaved loads of time out, and ultimately I just needed to sit next to him and him slap me and point me in the right direction. Yeah. Don't do anything. So we're pretty happy. I'm happy anyway. I've got far more confidence in what we're doing, and hopefully I'll turn up to a racing track for the first time, having had driven it within the last year. So that'd be tasty. So yeah, back home. I'm back here again Friday.